The Balkan Peninsula and the Balkans is a peninsula and a cultural area in southeast Europe with different and disputed borders. The region takes its name from the Balkan Mountains that stretch from the east of Serbia to the Black Sea at the east of Bulgaria. The Balkans meet the Adriatic Sea on the northwest, Ionian Sea on the southwest, the Mediterranean and Aegean Sea on the south and southeast, and the Black Sea on the east and northeast. The highest point of the Balkans is Mount Musala, 2,925 meters on the Rila mountain range in Bulgaria. Name: Antiquity and Early Middle Ages. In antiquity, the Balkan Mountains had been called by the local Thracian name Haemus, as well as in the Middle Ages. The Thracian king Haemus, who was likely only a fictitious character in Greek mythologic fantastics, was turned into a mountain by Zeus as a punishment, and the mountain has remained with his name. Apart, there are two equally acceptable theories for the etymology of the name Haemus. One claiming that the name of the mountain was derived apart from mythology, while the other one claiming vice versa. The one of de.wikipedia consider that Haemus is derived from a Thracian word *Simon, mountain ridge. The other possibility is that Haemus derives from the Greek word haema, meaning blood. The myth goes about the fight of Zeus and the monster Titan Typhon. Zeus injured Typhon with a thunderbolt, and Typhon's blood fell on the mountains from which they got their name. Late Middle Ages and Ottoman period. The earliest mention of the name appears in an early 14th century Arab map, in which the Haemus Mountains are referred to as Balkan. The popularization of Balkan began with the arrival of the Ottomans, who first mention it in a document dated from 1565. There has been no other documented usage of the word to refer to the region before that, despite the fact that other Turkic tribes had already settled earlier or were passing through the peninsula. There exists also a claim about an earlier Bulgar-Turkic origin of the word popular in Bulgaria. However, it is only an unscholarly assertion. The word was used first by the Ottomans in Rumelia in its general meaning of mountain, as in Kodjaya Balkan, Cattle Balkan, and Unguris Balkani, but especially it was applied to the Haemus mountain. In Turkish, Balkan means a chain of wooded mountains, while in Bulgarian language the word Balkan means mountain. Another possibility to its etymology is related to Persian balk, meaning mud, and the Turkish suffix i.e., swampy forest. The name is still preserved in Central Asia, with the Balkan Dagleri in the Balkan province of Turkmenistan. A less popular hypothesis regarding its etymology is that it derived from the Persian balakana, meaning big, high house. Current in the languages of the region, the peninsula is known as Slavic languages. Bulgarian. Transliterated. Balkanski Poluostrov Macedonian. Transliterated. Balkanski Poluostrov Bosnian. Balkansko Poluostvo Montenegrin. Balkansko Poluostvo Serbian. Transliterated. Balkansko Poluostvo Croatian. Balkanski Poluotok Slovene. Balkanski Politok. Romance languages. Italian. Peninsula Balkanica Romanian. Peninsula Balkanica. Other languages. Albanian. Gudashali Balkanite and Siujdasari Balkanite Greek. Beta Alpha Lambda Kappa Alpha Nu Iota Kappa Eta Chi Epsilon Rho Sigma Omicron Nu Eta Sigma Omicron Sigma. Transliterated. Valkaniki Sonoros Turkish. Balkan Yarimadazi. Evolution of meaning. The first attested time the name of Balkan was used in the west for the mountain range in Bulgaria was in a letter sent in 1490 to Pope Innocent VIII by Buonacorsi Callimacu, an Italian humanist, writer and diplomat. English traveller John Morritt introduced this term into the English literature at the end of the 18th century, and other authors started applying the name to the wider area between the Adriatic and the Black Sea. The concept of the Balkans was created by the German geographer August Kuhn in 1808. During the 1820s, Balkan became the preferred, although not yet exclusive term alongside Haemus among British travellers. Among Russian travelers not so burdened by classical toponymy, Balkan was the preferred term. As time passed, the term gradually acquired political connotations far from its initial geographic meaning, arising from political changes from the late 19th century to the creation of post-World War I Yugoslavia. Zune's goal was to have a geographical parallel term to the Italic and Iberian Peninsula, and seemingly nothing more. The gradually acquired political connotations are newer and, to a large extent, due to oscillating political circumstances. After the dissolution of Yugoslavia beginning in June 1991, the term Balkans again received a negative meaning, even in casual usage. Southeast Europe, in part due to the historical and political connotations of the term Balkans, especially since the military conflicts of the 1990s. The term Southeast Europe is becoming increasingly popular, even though it literally refers to a much larger area and thus isn't as precise. A European Union initiative of 1999 is called the Stability Pact for Southeastern Europe, and the online newspaper Balkan Times renamed itself Southeast European Times in 2003. Definitions and boundaries. The Balkan Peninsula. The Balkan Peninsula is an area of southeastern Europe surrounded by water on three sides: the Adriatic Sea to the west, the Mediterranean Sea and the Marmara Sea to the south, and the Black Sea to the east. Its northern boundary is often given as the Danube, Sava and Kupa rivers. The Balkan Peninsula has a combined area of about 470,000 square kilometers. Note: Balkan Peninsula largely coincides with southeastern Europe. As of 1920 until World War II, Italy included Istria and some Dalmatian areas that are within the general definition of the Balkan Peninsula. The current territory of Italy includes only the small area around Trieste inside the Balkan Peninsula. However, the regions of Trieste and Istria are not usually considered part of the Balkans by Italian geographers, due to a definition of the Balkans that limits its western border to the Kupa River. Share of land area within the Balkan Peninsula by country, by the Danube-Sava definition. Albania, 27,390 square kilometers. Bulgaria, 108,400 square kilometers. Bosnia and Herzegovina, 51,180 square kilometers. Croatia, 30,000 square kilometers. Greece, 104,470 square kilometers. Italy, 300 square kilometers. Kosovo, 10,880 square kilometers. Macedonia, 25,430 square kilometers. Montenegro, 13,440 square kilometers. Serbia, 55,000 square kilometers. Slovenia, 10,000 square kilometers. Romania, 12,000 square kilometers. Turkey, 23,000 square kilometers. The Balkans. The abstracted term, the Balkans, unlike the geographical borders of the peninsula, are defined by the political borders of the states comprising it. The term is used to describe areas beyond the Balkan Peninsula, or inversely in the case of the part of Italy in the peninsula, which is always excluded from the Balkans and as a totality is generally accepted as part of Western Europe and the Apennines. According to Britannica, the Balkans are usually composed of Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Kosovo, the Republic of Macedonia, Montenegro, Romania, Serbia, Slovenia, while Greece and Turkey are often included, whose usual area is 666,700 square km and the population is 59,297,000. According to an earlier version of Britannica, the Balkans comprise the territories of the states Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Greece, Kosovo, the Republic of Macedonia, Montenegro, Romania, Serbia, Slovenia and the European part of Turkey, defining the latter as a non-Balkan state and the inclusion of Slovenia and the Transylvanian part of Romania in the region as dubious. Inclusion of Balkans states in other regions. Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Greece, Kosovo, Macedonia, Montenegro, Romania, Serbia, Slovenia, Turkey, Western Balkans. The institutions of the European Union and its member states have defined the Western Balkans as the Southeast European area that includes countries that are not members of the European Union, while others refer to the geographical aspects. The Western Balkans is a neologism coined to describe the countries of ex-Yugoslavia and Albania. Countries of the Western Balkans are Croatia, Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, Kosovo, Macedonia and Albania, or Albania plus the former Yugoslavia, minus Slovenia. Each of these countries aims to join the EU and reach democracy and transmission scores, but, until then, they will be strongly connected with the pre-EU waiting program CEFTA, nature and natural resources. Most of the area is covered by mountain ranges running from northwest to southeast. The main ranges are the Balkan Mountains, running from the Black Sea coast in Bulgaria to its border with Serbia, the Rhodope Mountains in southern Bulgaria and northern Greece, the Dinaric Alps in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia and Montenegro, the Sar Massif which spreads from Albania to Macedonia, and the Pindus Range, spanning from southern Albania into central Greece and the Albanian Alps. The highest mountain of the region is Rila in Bulgaria, with Musala at 2,925 meters, Mount Olympus in Greece, the throne of Zeus, being second at 2,917 meters, and Viron in Bulgaria being the third at 2,914 meters. The karst field or polj is a common feature of the landscape. On the Adriatic and Aegean coasts the climate is Mediterranean, on the Black Sea coast the climate is humid subtropical and oceanic, and inland it is humid continental. In the northern part of the peninsula and on the mountains, winters are frosty and snowy, while summers are hot and dry. In the southern part winters are milder. The humid continental climate is predominant in Bosnia and Herzegovina, northern Croatia, Bulgaria, Kosovo, Macedonia, northern Montenegro, the interior of Albania, Romania and Serbia, while the other, less common climates, the humid subtropical and oceanic climates, are seen on the Black Sea coast of Bulgaria and Turkey, and the Mediterranean climate is seen on the coast of Albania, coast of Croatia, Greece, southern Montenegro and the Aegean coast of Turkey. During the centuries many woods have been cut down and replaced with bush. In the southern part and on the coast there is evergreen vegetation. Inland there are woods typical of Central Europe. The tree line in the mountains lies at the height of 1,800 to 2,300 meters. The landscape provides habitats for numerous endemic species, including extraordinarily abundant insects and reptiles that serve as food for a variety of birds of prey and rare vultures. Elsewhere, land cultivation is mostly unsuccessful because of the mountains, hot summers and poor soils. Although certain cultures such as olives and grapes flourish, resources of energy are scarce, except in the territory of Kosovo, where considerable coal, lead, zinc, chromium, silver deposits are located. Other deposits of coal, especially in Romania, Bulgaria, Serbia and Bosnia, also exist. Lignite deposits are widespread in Greece. Petroleum is most notably present in Romania, although scarce reserves exist in Greece, Serbia and Albania. Natural gas deposits are scarce. Hydropower is in wide use, with over 1,000 dams. The often relentless Bora wind is also being harnessed for power generation. Metal ores are more usual than other ore materials. Iron ore is rare, but in some countries there is a considerable amount of copper, zinc, tin, chromite, manganese, magnesite and bauxite. Some metals are exported. The time zones are situated as follows. Territories in the time zone of UTC plus 100, Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Kosovo, Macedonia, Montenegro and Serbia. territories in the time zone of UTC +200. Bulgaria, Greece, Romania and Turkey.